Good morning, friends. It's me, Jenny, and we are back with a new week and a new lesson. I hope that you are having a great time. I hope that your week has been filled with fun so far and that you're looking forward to what's going to happen next. We are talking about how we live for Jesus. Last week, we talked about how we can boldly tell others about Jesus, and this week, we're talking about how we live for Jesus. Do you remember the memory verse? We are in 1 Peter 3:15, and it says, "If someone asks about your Christian hope, always be ready to explain it." So today we're going to hear a story from Hebrews. It is Hebrews 12, 1 through 13. The Bible tells us to prepare to live for Jesus just as a runner prepares to run a race. How does a runner prepare to run a race? By running and stretching and keeping their body fit, and by eating the right foods and getting the right rest. So there are ways that we can also practice and prepare to live a life for Jesus. So I'll read the verses to you again. It's Hebrews 12, 1 through 13. So we have many people of faith around us. Their lives tell us what faith means. So let us run the race that is before us and never give up. We should remove the sin that so easily catches us. Let us look only to Jesus. He is the one who began our faith, and He makes our faith perfect. Jesus died on the cross for us, which was a difficult thing, but He did it because His heart was focused on knowing that we would be with Him. And He now sits at the right hand of the throne of God. Think about Jesus. He held on patiently while sinful men were doing evil things against Him. Look at Jesus' example so that you will not get tired and you will not stop trying. And don't forget His encouraging words to you, His children. He said, "My child, don't underestimate the value of the discipline and training of the Lord of God, or get depressed when He has to correct you. For the Lord's training of your life is the evidence of His faithful love. And when He draws you to Himself, it proves you are His delightful child." Did you know that you are the delightful child of Jesus? And the Lord goes on to say why it's so important for us to be corrected, why it's important for our parents to teach us and correct us. And He says in verse 12, "So be made strong even in your weakness, by lifting up your hands in prayer and worship, and strengthen your weak knees. For as you keep walking on God's path, all your stumbling ways will be divinely healed." Just as a runner has to practice every day to be able to run a race, we need to practice living for Jesus every day. A runner practices by doing exercises and running, like we talked about before. And when we practice living for Jesus every day, we do something kind and loving. We read the scripture, we read the word, we worship. When we love God and want to do good things, we know that we live for Jesus. Today's challenge is to practice being kind and loving to someone today. It seems like a really simple task, but it's a good thing to remember to do so that it becomes a habit and we do it every day. And remember that when we're kind to others, when we show the love of Jesus to others, then we're actually living for Jesus. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed the lesson, and I hope that you're learning every day to live for Jesus. It's so important, and it's so fun, and it's such a great adventure. It's great to talk to you. We'll see you again next week. Have a good week, friends. Bye-bye.